DeVincent McFarlin for City Wool. So we're back. We're back. The police got called. Lisa Cobaney. I don't know if you guys saw. We probably didn't, but the video uploaded. But yeah, she slammed the door into me. Used the door as a lethal weapon. Tried to. You know, I don't think you can slam doors into people. Would that be assault and battery? You think? For a city worker to slam a door into a citizen?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. That's what I ain't got you in the video. I'm just asking. I was like, man, what the hell kind of coffee did you drink this morning? Now the police are here and shit, man. Bullshit. Got the police here and shit. She called the police and then assaulted me. I'm like, man, this shit you can't make up, guys. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You know, they brought it upon themselves, right? You don't steal people's shit and then, you know, try to threaten me with a good time. Don't try to threaten me with a good time, guys. I'm a kinky motherfucker. I like it like that. I like it nice, kinky, spicy, raunchy, crude. I like it all. Threaten me with a good time, motherfucker. You'll get one. Yeah, right there. You see the sign still there. Right? There's no unauthorized access badge. There ain't no authorized, you know, it doesn't say authorized personnel. I'm sure it will after today. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. But that's bullshit, man. That's fucking garbage. You know, I have a right to ask Gregory why he doesn't know what a ledger board is for a deck inspection, right? He charged me for a deck inspection and obviously didn't inspect the deck. So, I don't know, man. It's all on fucking video. Don't take my word for it. The video will be uploaded. Tired of this fucking shit, man. I'm really fucking sick and tired of it. I know, right? Well, because they stole my signs. They stole my political sign, my campaign sign. So I've been trying to get it back. They don't want to give them back to me. Even though they're required by law to give it back. They mad though. Well, I hope you have a blessed day though. Right? That's what I'm saying. Trying to get inside nowhere. I'm allowed to stand outside that motherfucker, record that window. Absolutely am. Fuck out of here. You can't fucking slam doors into people. But that's a common tactic. Tina Parnell did that same thing to me. Tina Parnell did the same thing to me. They like to use their doors as weapons. That's what they like to do. Use their doors as fucking weapons. Yeah, right here. I'm allowed to stand out here. I'm a private fucking citizen. I pay taxes, motherfucker. And you want to fucking waste my tax dollars to violate my rights and I'm not supposed to notice or say something? Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, it's all on video. I'll send it to you guys when it uploads.
I got an email address you can forward it to me.
Okay.
Just forward this to me here.
Okay.
It's mbartis@cityofwayne.com.
Okay, sir.
That's the report number. That's the date. Obviously, just my name again. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm gonna try to see if there's video back here. I don't remember where the cameras are at, but you have a video, so just send it.
Yeah, I got it. Luckily, I got it. I wasn't even, like I said, I didn't interact with her at all before that. I didn't even know she was in the office. She's with the fire department. This is the fire department. This is the building department.
I get you. Yeah.
And so I don't know what her deal was, but she just fuck you, you know. And so I'm curious, you know, so I just kind of approached the door to see what the fuck is she yelling about, and then slams the door at me, you know.
I'll write a report, and then, like I said, if you can just email it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Okay?
I'll send it. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stand out in the corner here and wave my magic, but I'm not gonna make a bad situation worse.
That's fine. We talked about this about time already. Anyway. You know what you can do there, so just let them conduct their own business, do what you're doing. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Triggering today. Triggering today, man. Maybe the Wayne PD are gonna do something. Maybe they'll, you know, I'm not expecting Kerry Miller to pursue charges or nothing, but man, you know, that type of shit's gotta stop, guys. That type of shit's gotta stop. People can have disagreements all they want, man, but the second you start using violence and assaulting and using fucking doors as weapons and shit, yeah, that's where things are taking a little too far. A little too fucking far, man. So, fuck them. This is what they wanted, right? They wanted to come on my property so much, right? Well, I'm gonna return the fucking favor to them. Let's all hang out together, guys. Let's all hang out together. All hang out. Let's all hang out today. Have a good day. Hope everybody has a blessed day today. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Yeah, this is getting a fucking door slammed into me, huh? Cause I what? Cause I record shit? Because you don't agree with me? Well, too fucking bad. Why don't you change my mind, huh? That ain't gonna change my mind. That ain't gonna change my fucking mind. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you gotta record everything, guys. That's why you gotta record everything, man. These motherfuckers, man, they've gotten away with this shit for so long, man. But they think it's just fucking business as usual and shit. This shit ain't business as usual. Fuck them. Not no more, it ain't. Not no fucking more, it ain't. You hear me, City of Wayne? Your whole apparatus is coming to the fucking ground. And you got nobody to blame but your goddamn fucking selves. Motherfuckers. You want to trespass against me, steal my shit? Well, now you get to see this sign out in front of your fucking window all day. All day long. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There we go. Yeah, all day long. You guys are going to get just what you wanted. Just what you fucking asked for, bitch. Maybe next time you'll think fucking twice about stealing somebody's shit. and then destroying it. Yeah. Got something for you, bitch. It's called fuck you. That's what it's called. It's called I got something for you. It's called I'll just protest. I'll protest. Legally protest. My fucking sign's back. It's alright though. Best thing they could have ever done to me is take my fucking signs and destroy them the same day I put them out. Yeah, that's exactly. They didn't laugh in my fucking face. Oh, I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. Here you go. Getting that body camera today too, man. Getting that fucking body camera today. There you go. All day long, baby. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, fuck you, you fucking pigs. You fucking dirtball motherfuckers. I want to slam doors. That's what... Her and Tina must be good friends. They both learned that technique, huh? They both learned that technique. Using the door as a weapon, right? Can't use your words. Can't beat me with your words. So you gotta assault me. Well, that one's gonna cost you, Lisa. That one might cost you your fucking job, cunt. So it's a fuck you get for not knowing your fucking place. None of you motherfuckers want to know your place. You're going to find out what your place is. Think you're going to maliciously prosecute me, break into my house 5 times without a fucking warrant, and then try to paint me as a crazy... I'll give you what you want, motherfucker. I'll give you exactly what you want. I'll give you the embarrass. I'll make you so embarrassed you'll leave. Embarrass you to death. That's what I'll do. Embarrass the fuck out of you. Spill your dirty laundry to the public. Let them know about you. Let them fucking know about you. Let them know about you. You guys want to talk shit? Find out. You want to talk shit? You want to run your mouth? You want to slam doors into people? You want to steal their fucking political signs during campaign season? Okay, okay. No fucking problem. No fucking problem, guys. No fucking problem. That motivated me, guys. See, I was just going to passively put out a few signs and, you know, that was all I was going to do. But nope. Couldn't let me do what I want to do, man. Couldn't let me have my fucking speech. So I'll bring the speech to them, right? I'm not losing another fucking sign here. I'm not losing a single more. On her cell phone while she's driving. That's a ticket. That's a ticket. Green Jeep on her cell phone while she's driving, huh? That's a ticket. They only give that to the peasants, though. They only give tickets out to them. They don't give tickets out to employees, right? They can do whatever the fuck they want. There he is. Hey, what's up with them political signs, huh? Is that the law in Wayne? Stealing people's shit during election season? Is that the law? Is that what the ordinance allows you guys to do? Destroy political campaign signs? Yeah, I know you're not. I know. Keep up the good work, Dave.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
Morning.
Morning. Yeah, Dave Schmidt, he's all right. From what I know, he's all right. From what I can tell, he's all right. Welcome to Wayne, ma'am. We're one big old happy family. I promise. We're like cats and dogs, but we love each other. Nothing but love, guys. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. What up, bro? How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Rules for thee, but not for me. Nah. Rules are applied equally to everybody. You fucking touch me, you go to jail. You get prosecuted. That's the bottom line. But that's good, though. I got that one on video, though. That one's good. That one's good, dude. If you're so scared of somebody, right, entering a building, the last thing you would want to do is open the fucking door, right? And slam it at them, right? But they're not scared. They just don't like me. That's all. They just don't like me. They don't like me. That's all right. You don't have to like me, guys. But you got to respect my rights. You got to respect my fucking rights. You know? You can't just fucking treat me like some chump bitch. You can't treat me like some goyim. I ain't no fucking goyim, buddy. They'll find out. Find out. That one's gonna cost Lisa. I want her job. I don't want her in jail. I want her job. I want her in jail too. I want her prosecuted. I want her in jail, but I want her to lose her fucking job. That's what I want. I want her to lose her fucking job. You know? You're not allowed to flip people off during work hours, right? You guys realize that? I hope you guys do. You guys don't realize that. You're gonna realize it. That's criminal. Well, it's unprofessional. It's violating your code of conduct, right? Flipping people off and telling them fuck you while you're on the clock. Yeah, that's not a good look in itself. But then assaulting a private citizen who's engaged in protected First Amendment activity, boy, oh boy. That one's gonna be fucked, man. But like I said, City of Wayne's just a walking fucking lawsuit, like I told you guys from day one. From day one. I'm nothing special. I'm not special. I just have resolve. I don't have the same. I have more firmness than normal, ordinary people, I guess you could say. Oh. Shit, guys. Let's see here. Still ain't seen Braun yet. That's why we came down here to get our shit. But you know, I don't know. After having a door slammed into me, I don't really want to go back into the city hall here. Like I said, I guess it's my voice. I don't know what it is, but you know, they don't like me. That's okay though. I don't need them to like me. I need them to respect my First Amendment, my rights. You know, I don't care if they like me. I don't care if they agree with anything I have to say. I don't care if they think I'm a deplorable piece of shit human being. They gotta respect my constitutional rights. Equal protection under the law, guys. Gotta respect my rights. Democrat, Republican, independent, apolitical, I'm asking for your support so we can change this fucking city around. So we can bring, because the reason why all these storefronts are abandoned, well, one of the reasons is because all the money goes to here. None of the money really goes into downtown to community development, as you can see. Every single fucking building in downtown Wayne looks boarded up. Every single one of them. I think possibly every single one. Every single one. It's dead. It's dead in Wayne, Michigan. This is what it is. Look. Every fucking building is vacant. For sale, right? I care way more about that than I give a fuck about this clown-ass fire department. Wannabe fire department. Wannabe fire department, wannabe police department. Well, I will say Barkus, you know, Bartus. he handled it pretty well, I would say. From what I know, I got to look at the body camera video and all that, but you never really want to trust a cop, right? But be a big mistake, but we'll see. I'll send him the video. How you doing? Let's fix Wayne. Let's fix this shit. Fix this bullshit. This chicken shit bullshit. Think this shit's a game, huh? This shit ain't no fucking game. This is my community. My community. My city, motherfucker. Mine. And it's about to be ours. I'm taking it back, and I'm giving it back to the people of Wayne that have been abused by these department heads for decade after decade after decade after decade. We're done with that shit. We are done with that garbage. See it through to the very end, guys. See it through to the very end. That's what we plan on doing. Get on the city council or die trying. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, guys. We're going to continue to fight the good fight every single fucking day. Every single fucking day we're going to. Yep, we sure are. And if we don't win, we'll try again in 2 years, and we'll try again in 2 years, and we'll try again in 2 years. Bottom fucking line. Bottom line. I got all my receipts, guys. I got all my receipts. Can you say the same? City of Wayne, can you stay the same? I don't think you can. Can you say the same, guys? You got all your receipts? I don't believe you do, Wayne. I don't think you got your receipts. I got mine, though. Hey, look, a free baseball. I found a baseball, guys. A little souvenir. Little day to remember. Here, I tell you what. Here's the baseball, right? Here it is. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna sign it and give it to a lucky person in Wayne. Historical baseball, right? From the Lisa Kobani assault on May 20th, 2026. Yeah. What's up, man? Still ain't working? Oh, shit. Well, if you can't get it, man, I'll run and get you some more.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Gotta keep gas in your car. But that's a Jeep, man. That motherfucker probably only get about 5 to the gallon, especially with them big ass rims on it. Oh yeah, it ain't going far. But God bless him. Hopefully he gets his shit figured out. Hopefully he gets his shit figured out. There it is, guys. There's the sign. Check it out in the window. Yeah. Trying to, guys. Trying to preach the gospel. Someone's got to do it. Early and often, right? Early and often. The disruptor, baby. We're here to disrupt. We're here to cause political chaos, guys. Political chaos in Wayne. Turmoil, political turmoil. That's our campaign. It's called accountability, transparency. The truth will set you fucking free, I promise. It'll set you free from the shackles of corrupt department heads. Corrupt department heads that have got addicted like a crackhead to their power, right? They're addicted to power like a crackhead is addicted to crack cocaine. And they can't accept the fact that they are supposed to be subservient to the people. They're public servants. Public fucking servant. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. What they are, public fucking servant. Right now, they're only public servant in name only. But with enough dedication, enough persistence, and enough luck, we shall move mountains together, guys. With enough perseverance and enough luck. Fuck you. This is what you do. You wanna you wanna give a fuck you to the city of Wayne, the department heads, to the city council and all the department heads. You wanna give a nice fuck you to them, vote for McFarlin. I'll tell them fuck you. I'll whisper it in their ear every single day for you. Every time they see me, will be a fuck you. Just like Lisa Colbaney said, fuck you to me. No worries. That just motivates me, inspires me. You guys want change? You guys want a wrecking ball? I'm your wrecking ball. I'm your fucking wrecking ball. I'll give you guys what you want. I'll give you guys exactly what you want. Unequivocally what you want. Unapologetically what you want. Unapologetically, I'll give you what you want. Give you guys exactly what you want. You want freedom? You want liberty? Vote for McFarlin. I'll give you liberty. I'll give you freedom. I'll give you prosperity too. Because you won't be tied down, shackled by corrupt fucks, corrupt department heads, right? You don't have to be shackled. We don't have to live like this, guys. We can have good things. We can have nice things in Wayne, Michigan. But the leadership, the department heads, they gotta fucking go. And you know they gotta go. Every single fucking one of them. Lisa Kobani, Jeremy Schneider, all of them. All of them. Redundant. They need to be nullified. Politically nullified. What's in the best term, long interest of the collective? What we have now, or something different? What's the long-term, best long-term interest? Right? That's what I care about. I don't care about the short term. I care about the long term. I care about these fucking kids. These kids growing up in a city that's fucking all boarded up, abandoned, forgotten about. Because some department heads, they want to go up there and play council and shit. Fuck you. It's my response. You're put in a position where you can actually do some real good. And what do you do with it? Nothing. Besides enrich your fucking selves. That's all you do. Is enrich yourselves. At taxpayer expense. And us taxpayers, we're fucking tired of it. We are absolutely fucking tired of it. Absolutely, we're fucking tired of it. There's no leader in Wayne, not yet. There will be, though. There'll be a real leader in Wayne. Not John Racy's bum ass, bitch ass, faggot ass, bald fucking faggot with a snaggletooth. Talks like he's got talks like a little cuck boy is what he talks like. Full of soy. Is that what we need? More soy boy leadership? How's that working out for you? Yeah. Like that? You like that? You like that? Fuck you. Fuck you. There you go. You never seen a city councilman, aspiring city councilman, flip off a fucking fire truck, huh? Well, you have now. Fuck the Wayne Fire Department. It's a make-believe fire department. Should be volunteer at best. I'll be the first volunteer. I'll volunteer, guys. I'll volunteer. I'll volunteer. Fuck you. I'll volunteer. Sure will. Call me up. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to volunteer. To put out that one fire, that one house fire we have a year. I'll go grab my garden hose, right? Yeah, and then I'll go knock on the guy's door whose house is on fire, and I'll tell him, you're going to put it out or we're going to put it out for you, and then we're going to charge you with interference. Yeah, interfering with what? Fuck you. Fuck you, bitches. There you go. Everybody get a good look at it. You're going to be seeing this a lot. Gonna be seeing it a lot. Get used to it. You want to steal my signs? Well, I'll campaign right out in front of your fucking building. How's that working out for you, huh? All you had to do is just let me have my signs. All you had to do is allow for the First Amendment to exist in Wayne. But it's all good. Everything happens for a reason. Lisa Kobani assaulted me on camera, slammed the door, made contact with me, so. That's cool. No biggie, guys, no biggie. I'll get over it. I'm a tough guy. I'll be all right. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I will be all right, guys. I will be just fucking fine. Just fucking fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I think this shit's all a game. No, it ain't no game. A lot of Americans, a lot of veterans have died and been maimed and injured and wounded so I could do exactly this. And myself included. So how fucking dare anybody try to interfere with that? How fucking dare anybody? Got a lot of nerve, Brandon Braun. You got a lot of fucking nerve, Marine. You got a lot of nerve, buddy. That's all right. It's all right. The motivation I need, man.
3 times the charm, right?
Hey, buddy. I hope it works out for you.
Huh?
I said, if it don't, man, let me know. Yeah.
Running late.
Third time's a charm, so they say. So they say. Third time's a charm, right? Fuck it. Many times as it takes. If I gotta run once and I lose, I'm running again. And if I lose, I'm running again. And eventually, I'm not gonna be a loser like Brandon Braun says I am. Fuck Brandon Braun. Brandon Braun's a fucking loser. He steals people's private property and then destroys it. Right? That's some loser shit, right? That's some loser shit. Living in a bungalow with no kids, no girlfriend, no wife, no nothing. Total fucking loser. Total loser. He wants to steal my political signs, huh? Well, who's the fucking loser? I would think a thief is a loser, right? Someone who's got to steal other people's shit. That's a loser. Someone who's got to have a fake job, a fake ordnance officer. Yeah, that's a fucking loser. That's a loser. That's a loser. A real fucking loser. Ugly motherfucker too, man. That's an ugly motherfucker right there. That's an ugly motherfucker, man. I tell you what, that is one ugly motherfucker, man. God, what a disgusting human being that is. But they're all like that in Wayne, Michigan. They claim to be nice people. You ain't nice people. Look at your city. Look how shitty it is. Well, you sit on your fat ass and do nothing for nobody besides your fucking self. Sit there and glaze each other, stroke each other off under the table and shit. Yeah, I see what you guys do. I see exactly what you do. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. They're all looking. Keep them looking. Keep them watching all day. Nah, I got some shit I got to do today, but take a couple hours out of my day. Wave my sign around. Put some tyrants in their place. Hey, Lisa Kobani caught a case today. She thought she was a tough girl. Thought she was going to slam doors and intimidate people. Right? She's going to claim she was so scared. She's so scared that she flips me off, tells me to go fuck off, and then opens the door and slams it into me. Right? But then, of course, she's going to say she was scared, right? Yeah. No, she's scared of consequence. Scared of accountability, right? That's what they're scared of. Consequences. Accountability. That's what they're scared of right here. They're scared of me. Why are they scared of me? They're scared of me because I represent the common man. I represent the rags to riches story. I represent coming from nothing and making something of yourself. I'm the epitome of the American dream. 2 beautiful children, an immigrant wife, and a beautiful house, and I'm a veteran. I am the fucking symbol of the American dream, and they can't fucking stand it. They can't stand that I'm the symbol of America. They can't stand the fact that I'm the symbol of Wayne, Michigan. It fucking kills them. It fucking kills them. Every time they look at me, they can't even hold in their contempt. Can't even hold in the contempt that they have for me. That's all right, though. That's why we record. Thank God for cell phones. Because just think of how corrupt they used to be before the cell phones, man. Before the fucking cell phone. I mean, just imagine. Just imagine the corruption before there was cell phones and body cameras in Wayne, Michigan. Just fucking try to imagine without giving yourself a stroke. Right? Imagine. Imagine. Imagine that. Yeah, people are looking. People are looking. Fuck Democrats. Fuck Republicans. This is more than Democrat or Republican, guys. This is more than politics. This is preservation on the line. Are we going to continue to preserve and prop up a fucked up system? Or are we going to start looking for ways to change this fucking shit? It's a very simple choice, guys. You don't get nowhere being subtle. You don't get nowhere being sly. You make progress by telling the fucking truth and telling the truth often and unapologetically. That's how you make progress. Having the tough discussions. Having the tough discussions. That's how we get progress. Not by ignoring our own behavior, right? They all cause this shit, and then they want to ignore the ramifications of their actions. They want to ignore it and pretend that it don't exist. Well, I remind them every single fucking day that it exists. Every chance I get, I'm gonna give them hell. Every chance I fucking get. It's like they kept me in jail over 90 days of house arrest. Remanded without bond. Pedophiles, murderers get bonds. Not DeVincent, McFarlin, and Wayne, Michigan, though. He don't get bonds, right, Kerry Miller? Fuck you, cunt. Ain't that right, bitch-ass Michael Bosnick? You little cuck bitch. How'd you enjoy getting cucked in front of Judge Plakus, bitch? Maybe you'll think twice before maliciously prosecuting somebody, huh? Maybe, but I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. I doubt you learned your lesson. Highly fucking doubt it. You ain't learned nothing. Damn, bro.
No, I gotta get a funnel.
Huh?
I gotta get a funnel, I think.
Oh, funnel?
Yeah, I got it. It's all good.
Alright. I don't know. How many votes was that today? Maybe 10, maybe 50, maybe 100. Who knows? Who knows how many votes that got me today? It ain't about votes. Although I do need you to vote. It's more than votes, guys. More than votes. About the future of America here. Are we going to allow this degeneracy and this mediocrity to continue to flourish? Or are we going to nip it in the bud and go in a different direction? A direction where people are actually included in their government, where people actually feel like their voice matters because it does matter. And I want to make sure it fucking matters. There won't be a fucking citizen whose voice goes unheard anymore in Wayne. Every problem will be addressed and cataloged. Every fucking problem. We're not doing this shit no more. The shit show parade and glaze fest and we're gonna go glaze everybody. Yeah, we're gonna go glaze each other up. Fuck you. Ain't gonna be no glazing. Yeah. You don't wanna get with the program, then get fucked. You don't wanna follow the Constitution as it's written, as it's been clearly interpreted, decade after decade, century after century. Well, then get fucked. That's my message to anyone who is repulsive, repugnant to the Constitution, right? That behavior comes to an end. I promise you, it'll be called out, it'll be highlighted 24/7. 24/7. That's what it'll be. 24/7, 365, baby. That should be enough for today, for now. See, old Brandon Braun, he ain't coming out to play today. You don't want to answer questions. You don't want to answer the simple questions. Hey, where did my signs that you stole, where did those go? Because they were gone the same day you took them down. I have proof of that. Got it all on video. Got it all on video. May 18th, right after this place closed, I went down here and I looked, and oh, lo and behold, all my signs, all these signs were gone, all 8 or 10 of them, however many you stole, right? Well, that's destruction of private property, guys. That's what that is. That's what it is, man. Straight up, that's what it is. We all know. We got taught in kindergarten to keep your fucking hands to your own property, right? That's something we learned in kindergarten. But the city of Wayne just they don't have to follow the rules, right? They don't have to follow decency. You know, look, still got it blocked, right? What are they hiding in there? What are they hiding, guys? That's the question. What the fuck are they hiding? What are they hiding back there that they just don't want the people of Wayne to see? What are they hiding? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what they're hiding. But I have a pretty good idea. I got a good idea what they're hiding. Don't worry. We'll come back. We'll come hang out some more. Always got time to hang out with our good friends at Wayne City Hall and Wayne Building and Engineering, right? Engineering, right? What are you engineering? Other than a civil rights lawsuit violation, what else are you engineering, guys? I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is that you guys do with all this money, right? Everybody else in America has to adhere to a budget. But Wayne, Michigan, they don't have to do anything. They can do whatever they want. So they think. So they think. We'll keep up that mindset, guys. We'll see how far it gets you. We'll see how far it gets you. Calling the cops, huh? Okay, go ahead and call the cops. Call them up. You want me to call them for you? Fuck, let's call them together now. You know? You'll call the cops on me, huh? Yeah, right. Don't threaten me with a good time. Please don't threaten me with a good time. I love a good time, guys. I fucking love. I mean, I love a good time. I can't get enough of a good time, you know. I really can't, guys. I really, like, I can't get enough of it, guys. I really can't. I can't get enough of the good times, guys. You know, you steal my shit, well, that's political war right there. And I'm prepared. I'm prepared to fight it to the very end. Are you? Are you guys truly prepared? I am. I've been prepared. All my life, I've been waiting for this. Right? What could be better than putting tyrants in their fucking place? What could be better than that? Oh, another sign taken down. Let's go drive by Brandon Braun's house real quick on 4th Street. Let's go drive by Brandon Braun's. Let's go see something. Let's go see something here. Let's go see if that sign that he missed, right? He just missed it, right? He can find all these other signs, but he can't find the same sign, the same type of sign on his road, right? His neighbors are allowed to have these quote unquote illegal signs, right? Advertising various services, which they're not exempt signs. And we'll see if he we'll see. Let's just drive by and let's see if he let's see here. So like I said, I love getting them, you know. I love catching them with their pants down, right? I love to catch them with their hands in the cookie jar. Elbow deep in that motherfucker. They're going elbow deep in that cookie jar. Go elbow deep, guys. No worries. No fucking worries at all. Everything's a game until it ain't. Right? Everything's a game until you get a door slammed into you. Right? Second time that's happened now in Wayne. Right? Unprovoked, right? Just by existing, right? Just by having a voice, right? Just by having a presence, right? Yeah. It is interesting, though, I gotta say. But what are you gonna do, man? You gonna let people punk you and treat you like a punk bitch, or what? I'm not letting people treat me like a punk bitch. And I'm not gonna be someone's punk bitch. Don't worry. Best thing the city of Wayne could ever done is throw me out of that city council meeting and steal my political signs during the campaign season, during election time, stealing my signs and destroying my signs, and then kicking me out of City Hall, right? Kicking me out of City Hall for using 180 seconds, right? 3 minutes, right? They couldn't even listen to me for 3 minutes, right? Didn't curse, didn't do nothing. So, I don't know. I guess the whippings will continue, I guess, until morale improves, right? Is that how they say it? The whippings will continue until morale improves. Yeah, something like that. Well, let's go drive down 4th Street. Let's go check out where Brandon Braun lives. Let's go check out his neighbor. Let's go see if his neighbor still has their illegal sign out front that I put my sign next to, right? Just to prove a point. A legal sign, right? Because that's what they're claiming, right? They're claiming that it's illegal because it's made out of plastic. Well, there's a plastic sign conveniently right next to the same ordinance officer house who's stealing my signs and destroying them, right? Only mine are getting destroyed. Everyone else's aren't. So it's interesting. So, yep, that is interesting shit there. Interesting shit. Well, that's election interference. That's tampering with an election. That's a crime. That's definitely a crime. But let's go check him out. Let's go see if Mr. Braun is let's go see if his neighbor still has their illegal sign. Let's see if my sign has been removed and if theirs is still remaining. Or maybe they're both still there. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out, guys. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But we're not worried about it either way. We you know, like I said, we're just building a case, building a lawsuit. You know, that's all we're doing. Just building a record, right? Establishing a record. That's all we're doing. Establishing a record. So we'll see. We will see, guys. Either way is what it is, you know. I can't control people. All I can do is respond accordingly and to record them, obviously. Record them. And, you know, they don't work anyway, so it's not like, you know, it's not like some critical work's not being done. They don't work. Recording someone's perfectly legal. You can't trespass the eyes, guys. If you're in a publicly accessible area, you can record to your heart's content. You can record until your heart's fucking content. And that's just a simple fact of the matter, guys. I mean, that is literally just the cold, hard, unadulterated truth. That's the cold, hard, unadulterated truth. I know people don't like that, right? I understand. I mean, you shouldn't really care if you don't got nothing to hide, right? I mean, that's the logic that the police use against people all the time. Well, if you don't got nothing to hide, then, you know, well, why don't you just let us search your car and search your house and search your yard, and what do you got to hide, right? That's what the cops will tell you. But when you apply that same logic to the public officials, then all of a sudden they don't like it too much. They got to call the cops on you and try to have you arrested, right? Arrested. Well, they want the cops to kill you. That's what they want. They want the cops to overreact and fucking kill you. That's what they want. So that's why they do what they do, right? Because they want that outcome to happen, and they couldn't care less about you or your life, or, you know, they just want to, you know, they just want to get their way. They don't want to have to be held accountable. They don't want to have to be transparent with people, right? So It's all very telling. It's all very telling. It's all very predictable too. You know, it's not like this is really. It's not like this is really complex shit here, guys. I mean, this is really simple as it gets. It's really as simple as it fucking gets. Oh yeah, let's see here. 4th Street, right? Yeah. Well, like for instance, right? Like, there's another plastic sign right there, right? There's another plastic sign. I guess I could get out and you know, show you, right, the side-by-side comparison. Here's my Cytoplast, right? Here's my little shit right here. But you know, it's kind of like, why, you know? But that is another sign right on his road. He lives on the street. I don't think we went far enough. I think we got to go further down. No, this is Edmond, so we're not on the right street. Hold on a second. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Hold on. Yeah, it's the next street over. So it's this street over here. I was one street. Well, let's go see if that illegal sign is still displayed, right? Let's just see. Let us just see. So yeah, there's the dirt road, right? Oh, that's another dirt road. I didn't even. Did I get this dirt road before? I think I did. But yeah, look right here. Look right here, guys. They right on the same ordinance officer's road, right? 4th Street. That's where he lives. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's illegally parked, is it not? It's not supposed to be on grass or dirt or stone or none of that, right? Let's go by and let's see more of it. Yeah, look at that. That one's parked in the grass and on the dirt. So as are these ones, right? This house right here is the worst of it. Let's take a screenshot of that. Let's take a screenshot of that, guys. Well, yeah, I mean, rules are rules, right? Well, so they say, right? And then, of course, this guy's entire driveway. Not that I give a shit. I want you guys to know something. I really don't care what people do. I really don't give a fuck. But when I'm being singled out and being enforced against, right? I'm being told I can't do something, and then you know, I mean, this driveway is literally made out of grass, completely made out of grass. So how that's allowed, but I'm not allowed to park on limestone, that's just remarkable. Right, and then all these people. This is a dirt road, right? I mean, you can't make this shit up, guys. You really can't make it up. It doesn't say, well, you can park on a dirt road so long as it's public. It's a public road. It doesn't say that. It says you can't park on dirt, you can't park on gravel, you can't park on grass, you can't park on limestone. It's got to be concrete or asphalt. No fucking exception. Right? Which, of course, that guy's parked on. You know, you can see he's mostly parked on rock there. So, you know, we just want the rules to be applied equally. And what's funny, right, is Forest Street. This is the same street that John Racy lives on. He lives on Forest Street, right? So he lives right down the road from here. So it's weird how the mayor of Wayne and the ordinance officer, right? It's weird how both of those people, it's weird how both of them don't notice these things, right? Isn't it weird? I think it's a bit weird. I think it's a bit strange. But yeah, look, I mean, oh my God, my sign is still there. Look at that shit, guys. Great D construction, right? That is funny. We do like that. But yeah, it is still there. Must not have seen it yet. Here's his house though, 4441. Right over here. Let's see. not 4411. No. It's 4411. 4441, excuse me, right here. I love USA, 4441. So he can't see that. At the end of his street, he can't see all those cars parked on the parked on the dirt road there. That guy's grass driveway. You know, can't see that illegal sign. He hasn't seen mine yet either. That's weird. Well, we'll give it time though. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Can't have the message get out there, guys. You really don't want people to look me up and see, oh wow, they really did a number on this guy. Man, they really fucked with that veteran, man. You know, but hey, you know, when you spend 90 some days in jail for a crime that you couldn't even have possibly committed because there was no actual ordinance to enforce, right? And of course, the evidence, so-called evidence that you obtained would be suppressed anyways because it was a warrantless search, which means it's fruit of the poisonous tree, guys. And so fruit of the poisonous tree means that it's suppressible anyways. But of course, they weren't enforcing an actual ordinance, they were enforcing a policy. And again, they don't have any regard for the Fourth Amendment. They treat the Fourth Amendment like it's, you know, it's optional, and it's not. It's not optional in the slightest. It's absolutely, unequivocally the most important thing we have in this country. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's the most important thing we have in this country. The Fourth Amendment, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the Sixth Amendment, the Eighth Amendment, right? They're all important, right? Most of them are, you know, and the Third Amendment's not really relevant nowadays, but it kind of is, right? Because, you know, I think that it's a violation of the Third Amendment as well. I mean, quartering soldiers, if people are breaking into your house and chilling, I mean, that's, you know, one could make the argument, but, you know, then you got the takings clause and all that. So, yeah, the Constitution is very important, guys. The Constitution was written by some very brilliant men because they knew, right? They were smart enough to know. They were smart enough to predict the future, guys. Crazy enough. They were smart enough to predict the future. And, you know, that is, that's really the bottom line with it, you know, is that, you know, the Fourth Amendment is the supreme law of the land. It has always been that way. And, you know, I'm not asking for a lot, right? I'm asking for the Constitution to be followed. That's what I'm asking for, right? And when it's not followed, right? When it's not being followed and it's being outright just, you know, mocked and chastised, well, it's a problem. It's a big old problem. So something's got to be done. The Constitution has to be the law of the land, right? It's got to be. It's got to be. Got to be. And the fact that it's not, that's a problem. That's a big old fucking problem. For me it is. For me it's a big problem. And I know for a lot of you, I know you guys love the Constitution, you love America, you love liberty, you love freedom, you love difference of idea, you love freedom of association, right? You love all that shit. Which you should love it, right? You should absolutely love it. Hey, look, another sign in the public easement. Look. There you go. There's another one. Another plastic cytoplast sign that the city of Wayne claims is an illegal material that you cannot have, and that's why I can't have my sign. I can't have my sign because it's illegal. It's illegal, guys. And, weird. So... hopefully they continue doing what they're doing, right? Of course, we always want that because that is, it's good for me, right? Which is ultimately good for you. If it's good for me, it's good for you guys. You know, sometimes you gotta act absurd to illustrate the absurdity, you know? That's kind of the whole point of this, is like, you know, some would say, oh, my actions are a bit much, they're a bit extreme, or they're a bit ridiculous, right? But I would say again, sometimes you got to act absurd to illustrate the absurdity of things, right? And, being barred out of a city council meeting, being forcibly removed for nothing, right? For doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Which is talk about the budget, which I was talking about the budget, because, the prosecution of DeVincent McFarlin, the malicious prosecution, which we haven't even gotten started at all. We haven't even filed our lawsuit on that. So, that's going to cost. We just want to know how much it's cost so far, right? Today, right? Because that one costs a hell of a lot of money. And I got nothing out of it other than embarrassment, which is, they got 90 some days, they got me in jail for, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it was. 3 months in jail plus, right? And then some months on house arrest. They're not going to let you anywhere. They're not going to let anyone hear anything you have to say. You're going to have to knock on doors and let people know who you are. Yeah, we're planning on doing that, Zan. It's a little early, but no, we got some signs that they didn't steal, right? So we just got to be more careful with our placement, right? We got to be more subtle, I guess, or really, 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 really only put signs that are right next to other signs, right? Or better yet, put signs, the deeper on private property, the better, because then it gets harder for them to plausibly say, oh, well, we thought it was an easement, blah, blah, blah. Even though they're supposed to know the difference. But government employees are never held to a standard, right? That they enforce. They force you to be held to a certain standard, right? Jaywalking, right, for instance. But when one of their city employees assaults somebody on camera, did Lisa Kobani get walked out in handcuffs? No, she didn't. So, but I'm gonna send them the. I have the police report right here. I have the report number or whatever. So I'm gonna follow up with them. Right here it is, guys. If you want to see it, yeah, we're gonna send them that video. We're absolutely gonna send the video. I watched the replay of that. You should have said his wife's name. Whose wife's name? The police officer? Yeah. Does he have a wife though? That's the thing. I don't know. I tend not to want to, bring people's families and kids and shit into it. I just don't find it to be particularly. Oh, how do I say? I don't find it to be particularly helpful, right? I think that it makes for good content, right? Yes, he does. I dated her back in elementary. Her name is Dawn. Whose name is Dawn? Which officer? Are you talking about Bartis, or are you talking about Colwell, or who are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm sure that would have pissed him off a lot more. You could have already tell by the look in his eyes he wanted to hurt you. Which one? You talking about Strong? Talking about Bug Eyes? Who are you talking about, man? Tell me. Give me the details. Dawn. Oh, fuck. Don't tell me this shit, man. Don't tell me, because then I'm going to want to do it. Who is it? Just put their name. Sergeant, Lieutenant, who? Who the fuck is this Dawn? Yeah, the one on the left. The one after they kicked you out, I forgot his last name. Amori. Oh, you talking about Amori? Oh, man. Well, I did say I just fucked his wife, right? I did tell him that. Oh, he hates me, yeah. He was the one who came on my property July 5th, right? He broke into my property July 5th to enforce an ordinance that don't exist, right? To enforce a policy, open burn policy. And then I told him to suck my dick, and I told him his wife can do it too. Oh, he was so mad. He couldn't believe it. I have a still shot of it. He came on my property without a name tag, with no identification, which is against policy, of course. And, I could have made the argument, well, I don't know who the motherfucker is, because I really hadn't interacted with the motherfucker before that. Lieutenant Amori? Yeah. Yeah, he lives in Ohio now. He moved. He said, fuck Michigan. He got out of here. Good. Good. Less scumbags around, right? Good shit. I know, that's why I said when you said something about his wife, you should have said her name. I didn't know her name, I'm not I don't care. I care about his ugly ass wife. But if you dated her, and fucked her, I'll make sure to let him know. How was it? Was it any good? Was it decent? Oh, you grew up with his wife and his brother, an Inkster. There you go. Good deal. Proud of you. Proud of you. Maybe you should hit her up. Say, hey, baby, how you doing? You miss me? You miss me, baby? Don't tell hubby until after the fact. After I come in your pussy. Well, here's what you should do. You should go connect with her, cream in her pussy, and then send her home, right? And then he can eat it out. And then after he eats it out, she can tell him, right? She can say, oh, by the way, Big Zan got a hold of me. Big Zan. It was elementary school. Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But congratulations. I think it should be a law that when a police officer violates your rights, you should be allowed to fuck their wife. Of course, with their consent, of course, right? Of course, with their consent. But that should be, hey, you want to lose your job and get fired and lose your house, or do you want to let me fuck your wife whenever I want? That should be the. Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Fuck those punks. They deserve everything and then some. They deserve the worst of the worst. Amori, fuck Amori. Comes on people's property. Comes on properties without warrants, enforcing laws that don't exist, and then charges you with a crime, right? I just always had that one in my pocket in case he ever messed with me before he retired. Oh, fuck, man. If I would have known that, I would have went to jail yesterday. I would have said her name. Dawn, baby, like the dish soap. Dawn dish soap. He pointed a gun at me when somebody hit my truck at the Red Apple. I was the victim. Oh, yeah, why not? Well, you look suspicious, dude. You didn't know? You look suspicious. You got to look about you, right? You got to look. And you can't have a look, right? You're not allowed to have a look about you. Not allowed to, guys. You're just not allowed to have a look. You got that look, man. Like you could be guilty, man. You could be guilty, bro. Yeah, you could be, man. You got tattoos and shit. You look like you work with your hands. You look like you're employed. Look like you do blue collar work, man. That's suspicious, man. That's intimidating, man. Yeah. Amori, he's a bitch, man. He's a fucking pussy. God, what a pussy, man. Now we got Colwell. What a fucking joke. What a joke. Yeah, they're alright. Not really. They're not really alright. I think they are. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What you gonna do? I don't know. Other than say, fuck you, don't back the blue. Back the blue until it happens to you, right, guys? Yeah, that's for them bootlickers, right? The motherfuckers that want to lick boot so bad, right? And I tell them, yeah, back the blue, right? Until it happens to you. That's what I tell them. Back the blue until it happens to you, right? Yeah. But yeah, Zanny, this one's for you, buddy. This I dedicate this CBD, 100% CBD, 0% THC pre-roll. Don't worry about this package right here. This is just, I keep it in just this package, so don't worry about that. But yeah, this one's for you, Dawn. This one's for you, Lieutenant Amori. This one's for you. This is about the replica size of, well, I'll let you infer what I mean. This is, on the boxes, right, where it says actual size depicted. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's sad, man. Sorry, voice text got that messed up. Have you tried the 2 for 40 ounce? The 2 for $40 ounce. No, I'm not ballsy enough to try that, dude. I've tried the 28 pack, right? The 28 pack, the pre-roll, the 28 pack pre-roll for, I think it's like 20, it's under $30 for pre-rolled, already pre-rolled. It's halfway decent. 28, so you're getting an ounce for like $30, $20, $25, something like that. Pre-rolled, right? So I'd say that's a better deal, right? Because yeah, and this is indoor. This ain't outdoor. Sapling OG. Just do not get that biscotti. That shit is harsh. Yeah, I mean my lungs aren't too good, man. So I don't know. That's risky. I've never went that low with it. I've went low. I've gotten shake, before. I've went low, but I haven't went 2 for 40 on the ounces. 2 ounces for $40. That's $20 no. Oh no, I get it. No, I go cheap. I'm a cheap fuck too, man. I'll go as cheap as I can without fucking, dying. But, man, dude, I have to check out that Zeppelin OG. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I can check it out. I got people, that are always fucking. It's $40 and you get 2 ounces. Jesus Christ, man, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You got me intrigued, man. But man, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough, man. I might try it out, though, man. You're the expert, not me. You're Cheech and Chong, not me. You're the white Snoop Dogg, not me, buddy. Yeah, we'll have to. Time, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I get bums that come by, legal age bums, right? Not real bums, but I call them bums because they're people I know. Fucking, people try to. Oh, you got some weed, man? I don't ever give them nothing, but I guess if I didn't like it or whatever, I could just kind of I could use that biscotti or whatever, or no, the Zeppelin. I could use that Zeppelin OG, right? I could use that for I don't know, hey, I'll give you some weed, do some work, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I would do with it, but I might like it. I don't know, but I don't know because you got to buy the fucking the cones or the papers and yeah, I don't know. $1 a pre-roll. I mean, that's shit. That's cheap as I want to go. And it's pretty. I think it's indoor. It tastes like it. I mean, it don't taste like. Most of the time when you get rid of the biscotti. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, maybe it might be onto something there, dude. I might be able to use that to, get a pothead motivated to do something. I don't know. It's hard to get potheads motivated to do anything. I mean, that's one of the problems in Wayne, right? Is I feel like all these people, everybody's kind of smoking dope now, right? And because alcohol is too expensive, right? And it's really bad for you. Obviously, a lot of consequences with it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I might have to try. Might have to, man. Might shit. If I can get some. I get somebody to come out. Yeah. Shit, free weed. I'll put free weed. Free weed out front. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Kind of sucks though, man, because I used to grow. I used to have my med card. I still do have my med card, but I used to be a caregiver and all that. And, used to really get into it, right? And then, yeah, I mean, they kind of destroyed the market. Just have that homeless guy on Michigan Ave that stands out there with his sign that says he needs weed. Damn. Might have to go pick him up, dude. That'd be a fucking hell of a conversation to have. Be a hell of an interview to do, right? Be a hell of a fucking interview. Yeah, it's gonna be real funny when I go into, if I get elected to city council, when I get elected. No salary, right? I mean, of course, I'm not gonna give it back to the treasury, right? Or so they can waste it, put it in the general fund, right? But I got some good ideas for the use of that money. I really do. Lawsuits, right? Because that the irony would just be amazing, right? To take the money that the city pays me to file lawsuits on behalf of myself and on behalf of other people, justice, right? Because that would be what, 12 to 15 lawsuits a year, federal U.S. District Court lawsuits that I could get. So, yeah. What can I say? Or use it to sponsor some kid's sports team, seeing that no business around here does that anymore. Yeah, there's no community anymore, man. That's the thing. It's like, you know, I don't want to get into a rant, right? I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, but, you know, it's kind of like you've run all the good people out of town, right? Not all the good people, but you've ran out a lot of good people out of town. A lot of people have left, and the people that remain, you know, they're just fucking getting just pounded, right? By all these taxes and all this shit. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got a shitty economy right now, just in general. A really shitty economy. And things aren't really moving like they should be. And I don't know. Kind of like, my thing is like, you know, when you tell white people they're bad, right, just for being white for so long, you know, they kind of stop giving a fuck, right? And I don't know, that's how I see it, right? Like, you kind of, you know, we've kind of done it to ourselves in a way, you know, because the city has, I say, because, you know, they really don't treat people the best, and then, you know, they don't really have a welcoming atmosphere, and it's not really surprising. The city has changed big time. I've been living here my whole life, and it is totally different. I miss the days I could sit on my grandpa's roof and watch the Wayne fireworks, or go to the parade down Michigan Ave. They don't do that shit no more. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to have something to celebrate, right? I mean, what are we celebrating here? You know, I mean, we got Ford, okay. Ford that makes vehicles that nobody in Wayne can afford to buy, right? And vehicles that have recalls up the ass, right? That, I mean, F-150 is still pretty good, right? That's still a pretty good vehicle, but I mean, yeah, there's just not a whole lot to be proud of, man. I mean, you got the zebras, of course, but, you know, when you push multiculturalism and you push diversity for the sake of it, right? Not because it benefits people, but just because, right? I mean, it turns a lot of people away, right? It turns a lot of people off, and yeah, Wayne started to die when they closed GM Wayne. Oh, I'm sure that definitely didn't help, but I mean, our whole identity can't be tied to one industry, right? One factory, and it's just that, you know, the things that the problems that the city of Wayne has, it's not money that's going to fix them, right? That's the thing, is people say, oh, we just need more money. We just need more money. No, we don't need more money. It's not about money. The problem really is money, because, you know, it's just this lust for money, more and more spending, more and more positions, more and more government, more and more everything. And obviously that approach just isn't working. I mean, it's just clearly not, but, you know, we don't, like, let's say Ford left tomorrow, right? Well, gonna fucking pack it up and, you know, become Inkster or what? Or are we gonna be like, hey, you know, we gotta diversify our economy here. We gotta attract new businesses, new industries to Wayne, right? Wayne's in a great centralized location. I don't see our city doing much. It's pretty sad when you can drive through Redford and it looks prettier than what Wayne does. At least they put flowers up and keep the main roads clean. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking sad when Inkster and Redford and Hamtramck and Dearborn Heights and I mean, just go like drive through Dearborn downtown, right? Go drive through Dearborn and see all the businesses, see how lively it is, all the people, all the commerce, and then just keep driving until you hit Wayne, right? And you're just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what in the fuck is this? And I mean, hell, even compare Westland, right? You know, well, the dispensaries aren't making no money. Yeah, they're not making any money. That's the problem. If Ford left tomorrow, the city would be dead the next day. Maybe it was survive off the dispensaries for a minute. No, I mean, because most of those dispensaries are struggling. Like Smiles, right? Joyology, they're doing all right. They're real busy. But they're not making a lot of money. Right? A lot of that money is going to the state taxes and, you know, some of it's going to Wayne, but clearly not enough, so... Yeah, it's they're not making much money, man, in the dispensaries. I know it looks like they are, you know, because they're always busy and there's, you know, people always coming in and out, and you know, people are, it's cash business, but no, they're not making that much. And then like that Relief place down the road, right? I don't even know how they stay open. Relief, and then that other one, Nature's Medicine. I don't ever see different business models, you know, different size or whatever, but yeah, I mean, just without looking at without looking at any of the financial information, right? Smiles is doing all right. They're hiring, you know, they're at least on the surface, they're doing all right. Yeah, plus the electric bill's killer, right? And then of course, you know, the nutrients you can kind of, you know, manipulate, but the electric bill, yeah, I mean, I mean, there's a reason nobody grows it anymore. There's a reason that there's no caregivers anymore. There's no one that does it anymore, really, because, you know, they've destroyed the market. They've made it so fucking cheap where there's, you know, unless you have commercial electricity rates and a giant ass facility where you can scale it with endless money pumped into it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember this was probably, you know, 5-6 years ago, right? I mean, we were paying upwards of $1,000 a month for electric, right? For 12 plants, 24 plants, whatever it was, 4 lights, 6 lights, you know, whatever it was, 8 lights, I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, we're talking, you know, $1,000 a month off the rip, and then you're talking, you know, all your nutrient costs and your time, and yeah, I mean, it's slave labor nowadays, right? So that way, Philip Morris will come in and just buy everything out, and you know, it'll be like tobacco. That's what the plan's going to be once it gets federally legalized. You'll see. They don't have the bankroll of Philip Morris or was it J.P. Reynolds or whatever the fuck it is, right? I mean, they don't have the bankroll of these big tobacco companies, right? So they'll find out. But yeah, they destroyed the cannabis market, and so they could try to get some tax revenue, or they were going to fix the roads, right? That was the bullshit they said, and then of course the roads aren't fixed, and the schools are worse than ever. And everyone's more depressed than ever, and you just have a bunch of people smoking dope, which, I mean, again, I'm not anti-dope, obviously, but, like, I would prefer that people had something more going on in life other than just doing drugs, right? Like, I would prefer if there was things in Wayne that people could engage with, that maybe they smoked less weed, less dope, right? Maybe they didn't pick it up at all because... you know, yeah, I mean, Colorado may have done it, you know, but Michigan's corrupt, dude. It's Democrat run, and even the Republicans, right? We'll say, oh, Republicans are fucking worthless too, man. That's the thing, right? Everyone says, "Oh, Democrats were evil." It's like, well, Republican, what? It's like you got evil and then you got diet evil, right? Or however you want to look at it, right? Because you can't sit here and say, well, one party's good, one party's bad, unless you're just fucking smoking crack. So, I mean, it's really the lesser of two evils, right? But they're both still evil, so. Yeah, I mean, well, if they enforced, drug testing for weed, you wouldn't have enough people. There wouldn't be any people, right? I mean, you wouldn't be able to, or you'd have to pay so fucking much, right? You'd have to pay double the wages, which of course they're not going to do that. They're not going to double the wages. After this fucking cloud world bullshit, man, essentially, Yeah, none of them represent me. I've never received a phone call from any of them asking my input on anything. Yeah, well, you're not going to, right? I mean, maybe once, a couple weeks before election, right? Before the actual election date, they might come, knock on your door and shoot the shit with you for a brief moment, but yeah, they're not interested in, your problems and your trials and tribulations and, someone who's lived here, because obviously, like, you have a plethora of knowledge, Zan. Like, you've lived here, you've seen it all. So, those people should be, obviously have a say, right? Those people should have a say, a great say in their city because, they fucking live here. Yeah, I had a 45-minute conversation with John James when he was first running. He did nothing about what we discussed. But what's John James going to do? I mean, who the fuck is John James? Yeah, the Republican black dude running for governor. He's not, he's never had a real job, dude. John James had. I mean, he was in the army and shit, right? Which takes you pretty far. I ain't going to downplay that, but, well, I'll say at least he's worked in the private sector. I'll say that. I'm not going to talk bad about John James because as far as the other candidates go, he's really the only option, but I don't think he's going to win. I think it's Benson or Duggan maybe, possibly, but yeah, I mean, what's the state rep going to do, man? I mean, well, John James doesn't exactly have the best reputation of getting shit done for people. He's kind of, I mean, I like John James. I have nothing against him. He's got my vote for governor, right? I mean, I don't see anyone else up there. I mean, he's not as corrupt as Benson or Duggan. I mean, but do I have any confidence in him? Not really. Not really. He hasn't won anything. But that's actually my concern for you. Even if you win, the rest of the city council members are going to do nothing but fight against you. You'll have to figure out a way to make friends. No. I don't have to make friends. Mulholland, right? Mulholland's a reasonable guy. Me and Mulholland, right? We'll be able to get some shit done together. Roshan or Mac, I don't know him personally. Probably go for Roshan over Mac, just based on what I've heard, limited. But the people that are on the council now, no, or there's no making friends with that, and I wouldn't want to. And again, I don't think it matters, right? Like, okay, if I propose something that people want and they strike it down, well, that's a them problem, not a me problem, right? At that point, I've done what I can do. I'll continue to advocate for it. I'll continue to try to reach around, give them the reach around, right? I'll try to find a way to shove it through the back door, so to speak. But, it's really just about creating a public record, right? And it's really about, it's like going to court, right? You go to court to create a record. You go to court to get things that are important on the record, right? The crux of the issue. And so if I propose something and it gets struck down, well, that's not the end of the world. It can be re-proposed at a later time, and it starts to put the pressure on them to see action. And if you're blocking action with your inaction, people are only going to put up with it for so long. And I have a feeling, this is just my feeling. I have just a feeling here. By 2028, you're going to have an entirely new city council. You might even have a new city clerk, a new city manager, new department heads. You're going to see people quitting. You're going to see people getting fired, people quitting, people leaving, people whatever. But as far as the city council goes, I predict that you're going to see 3 new councilmen, right? 3 council persons, right? Even though councilmen. You're going to see 3 new councilmen in 26 in this election. And then in 2028, I think you're going to see 4 new councilmen. I think people are so fucking done with this anemic, get part-time, not get anything done, bullshit ass city council, this joke ass city council. That's done nothing other than just sit with their hands on their ass, right? Or with their ass on their hands, however you want to say it, right? And do nothing, right? And sit there and try to give some positive, oh yeah, you know, we're not human punching bags. No, you're a junkie, Rob Darwich. That's what you are. You're a fucking junkie. You shoot needles in your arms, bro. We're not the same, right? We're not the same, right? Someone who smokes dope, right? Smokes weed, and someone who fucking shoots needles in their arms and into their ass, because we all know you're a fucking steroid junkie. You can tell by your shoulders and your traps, because the shoulders and the traps have the most androgen receptors, right? So a telltale sign if somebody's on steroids, look at their deltoids and look at their trapezius muscles, right? That's all you got to do. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if you call weed drug, I disagree with you on that. I think weed is a drug. I call it dope just to be kind of funny, you know, not because I, you know, believe it's dope, right? Like, yeah, weed is certainly a better option than alcohol for a lot of people, for most people, for society at large. Yeah, weed's pretty benign. I'll agree with that. I mean, it's certainly not a big problem, right? I mean, that's God's plant, right? Fair enough, right? Fair enough. So, certainly better than tobacco. Certainly, you know, not number 1 on the public health problems, right? For sure. But, you know, Rob Darwich is a former needle, heroin and fentanyl, fenny, right? Right? He's a fent and a heroin fucking druggie, right? So, recovering, right? In recovery, right? Whatever they call it. And I'm just a guy who smokes some weed sometimes, right? Allegedly, right? CBD, right? Of course, Michael Bosnick. But yeah, you know, I smoke a little weed, right? Maybe have a beer every once in a while. But we're not the same, right? We're not the same. But that's what Rob Darwich was. You know, we're not human punching bags. Well, if you're not going to do anything for anybody and you're just going to waste people's fucking time and money, well, then you should be a human punching bag. You know, that's being nice about it, really. Champion smoke marijuana, just ask Michael Phelps. Champion smoke marijuana, just ask Michael Phelps. Exactly, you know, I mean, I don't think it's fair to compare, right? Like, you're a drug addict who puts a needle in your arm and you're going to try to equivalent it to smoking a joint. Like, that's, you know, no. I know they say weed's a gateway drug, the devil's lettuce, but I'm a pretty good case study for that. And never had the thought of putting a needle in my arm. Never even crossed my mind once. Never had the thought of smoking crack, you know, fucking snorting a pill, any of that garbage, right? So, I don't know. We're just not the same. I'm not the same, right? I'm a substance user, right? Substance abuser, some would say, but we're not the same. We're not all created equal, unfortunately. I would say prescription pills are the gateway. Alcohol, weed, everyone's different. Everyone's different, you know. Some people it's weed, some people it's alcohol, some people it's sex, some people it's gambling, some people it's porn, right? Some people it's fucking, I don't know, man. Fucking laughing gas, right? I barely take Motrin. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, well, me too, right? I mean, I used to be drugged up by the VA. The VA used to give me dozens of medications, right? I used to get dozens and dozens of medications prescribed at one point. And you quickly realize you're just chasing your fucking tail and you're doing yourself more harm than good. And these people are lying to you. They're grifters in a lab coat, and they don't really have your best interests in mind. They're trying to, get on to the next patient. You got your 10-minute, 15 minutes, and on to the next one. On to the next one. So, I don't know. Everyone's different, right? Some people don't even do weed or drink or any of that or pills. They just go straight into meth, right? Or straight into heroin or straight into fucking fat, right? So, crocodile, right? All this shit, right? Trank, right? All this bullshit that's out nowadays. So, I don't think it's fair to really say. I said, yeah, life is the gateway to death. Don't try not to die so much that you forget to live. Well, I think that's why people do drugs. I think that's why anybody would want to alter their, I guess their mood or their mind, right? Because, well, the reason that people are smoking more weed and all that is because it's depressing out here. I mean, it just is. It just unequivocally, I leave my house and it's depressing, man, and it's depressing. Right? If I stay in my neighborhood, if I stay in the nice part of Wayne, right, and preferably if I stay on my own property, so long as the police or fire department don't break in, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's pretty enjoyable, and it's not bad. But then you just go, like I said, eastbound here on Glenwood, and you start, which isn't a bad neighborhood. There's really not. I wouldn't even say there's a bad neighborhood in Wayne, really. I mean, truthfully, right? Nothing is worse. Nothing as bad as like Shacktown, right? I mean, but Wayne's getting worse, and it's certainly nothing to talk home about, right? Yeah, caffeine's harder to quit than nicotine is, or THC. Yeah, I mean caffeine, right? One could argue that caffeine is a gateway drug, right? But yeah, I agree with Dimes, right? I agree with Daddy Ilo or something. Life is a gateway to death, absolutely. So drugs are just a way for people to escape the reality, and unfortunately, like I said, the world's becoming more and more shit. And I'm going to fight fire with fire, right? I'm not going to be one of these people that try to kill them with kindness and, fawn over them and tickle their ball sack and, No, it doesn't work. You know what works? Speaking the fucking truth unapologetically, quickly, or slowly, early, and often, right? That's what gets results. Either it gets results or it gets you killed. One of the two. That's what happens, right? And so I have no doubt, right? I mean, these people are slamming doors into me. These people came on my property 5 times without a warrant to enforce a law that don't exist. Yeah, maliciously prosecuted, over 90 some days in jail. Before discovery, right? No discovery ever given, right? So I already served the sentence without ever getting discovery, and then they wanted 18 months probation on top of that, even though what was the point of probation if you already overserved the sentence, then what's the probation for? Well, it's to keep me away from City Hall, guys. It's exactly because of this. Because if I go down to City Hall or I go anywhere with a camera phone and I start recording, then I'm going to hear something, I'm going to see something that I shouldn't see, and that's going to be a problem. And that's what you see, right? I'm going to say the wrong thing, I'm going to engage in the wrong think, and that's going to cause chaos and mayhem because, well, the truth hurts, right? The truth hurts sometimes, and the truth is inconvenient. And when you're trying to run and hide from the truth, and then the truth confronts you, well, let's just say that doesn't tend to end very well, right? So I get it, but I don't. I understand people that are, up to no good are scared of a camera, and they're scared of being audio and recorded, right? Where they can't manipulate it, they can't censor what gets out there. And so, yeah, that makes fucking perfect sense. Makes perfect fucking sense. But we still have this thing called the First Amendment, guys. Oh yeah, that's a great one. I will make the world a deal. If you manage to fix yourself while I'm getting high to escape you, I will quit the minute I sober up. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know, like for me, the line between sobriety and, because see, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, guys, is what does sobriety really mean? Does sobriety really mean a total abstinence from drugs? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Because I've seen too many people, become straight edge, right? All they do is smoke cigarettes and drink coffee, right? Which is, again, those are two addictions, right? So, but I've met people that are completely straight edge, right? That turn to God, which could be another addiction, right? Religion. And so, we cling on to something, right? Everybody clings on to something, right? Everyone's got a vice, but the people that go straight edge, right? You know the type I'm talking about, right? The one that used to be a huge junkie, right? Like Rob Darwich, right? And then he becomes a steroid. His addiction now is the gym and shooting needles in his ass. And popping Anavar and Trembolone and Deca and D-Ball and Winstrol and GH and peptides, right? All these performance-enhancing drugs, right? PEDs is what they're called. So, trading one addiction for another, right? I've been there. I used to be a workout-aholic, right? I used to be addicted to the lifestyle until I realized that bodybuilders die in their 30s and 40s all the time. And you're like, well, that's kind of weird. It's kind of strange. You kind of start noticing, well, maybe that's not a very healthy lifestyle. It's not a very healthy lifestyle. So, yeah, but I've noticed it, right? That everyone who claims to be, reformed or whatever, they don't see. I think sobriety is seeking truth. I think sobriety is unapologetically speaking the truth, and not only just speaking the truth, but acknowledging the truth and living the truth, right? Like not deceiving yourself, not deceiving others, not propagating lies and propaganda and doublespeak and word salads, right? Like, I think sobriety is living in objective reality, being connected to objective reality, right? And calling things what they truly, truly are, right? Not trying to sugarcoat it, not trying to put on a front for people, not trying to tame it down for the kids, right? For the old people. Oh, there's children in here, there's women in here, right? That's just an excuse to, again, cloud the truth, right? So that's, when people say, I have a cloudy judgment, right? I'm not sober, right? You're not engaging in sobriety. I don't know. I don't think sobriety is just simply absence from drugs. I think you can be a drug addict and still be sober, right? If you're willing to engage in the truth and you're willing to acknowledge. Like when people say marijuana is medicine, I look at them like, dude, you're a fucking moron. Get out of here. For some people, sure. For a limited number of cases, sure, yeah, absolutely. But for the masses, it's fucking dope, dude. It's a mind-altering drug, bro. It makes you feel good. Makes you introspective, right? Whatever you want to call it. It's a fucking drug, man. Well, minding your own business, that's a good principle in general to live by, right? But like if people say, oh yeah, like weed's a miracle drug, weed's fucking medicine, weed, sprinkle it on your butthole and it makes such crazy claims, right? And it's like, dude, I've been around weed a long time, my family, and I live in Michigan. I've seen it, bro. I've been in these circles. Medicine, that's a bit of a stretch. That's a bigger stretch than Don's butthole, right? But it's, it's a drug, right? It makes you feel good. I'm not saying there's no benefit to it, but to sit here and deny all the negatives to it and just say, oh yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. Everybody should be doing it. It's fucking moronic. Nobody should be doing it. Ideally, like we'll talk to this guy right here. We'll talk to him real quick. Hey, question for you, young man. Question, come here. Question for you. Answer me truthfully. Do you wish you lived in a world where you didn't even want to smoke weed? Like you were so happy just off of life itself that you were just like, I am so fucking happy and satisfied with my life and the way the world is going that I don't even need anything. I don't even need caffeine. I don't need nicotine. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's like a kid, right? That's like you wish you were still had that happiness like a kid, right? Like you're.
I don't know.
I mean, do you or not? I mean, do you wish that you did not have to be like beholden to anything? Like you were just like, man, I'm free. I'm a kid. I'm laughing. I'm playing.
Well, the world, this is the reality.
That's yeah, you wish, but the reality is, right? Exactly. Exactly. Yep. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, guys? Right. Working 80 hours a week to pay Uncle Sam every dollar they got. You know, I mean, that's what they do, man. You got people working 80 hours a week to pay child support for a fat woman who's having sex with another man and the person who's paying's house, right? It's not even their house no more. Or they got their house. You know, this is the world we live in. Was that? Let's see here. Well, it does have values. Like I said, it's not like there's no medicinal properties for anybody, but for the average person, right? I mean, do they really need to be smoking weed, or is their life just sucks, right? I mean, let's just be real here. Like, you know, just like he said, right? That's like having a kid innocence, right? Like, you know, and we don't have that no more, right? We don't have people that are just innocently happy and happy-go-lucky, right? That's, you know, it's hard, right? Because if you acknowledge reality, you're forced to confront reality, and that's a fucking scary thing for a lot of people. It's a scary thing for people to have to, you know, accept change and accept the fact that they're not in control, and that, you know, there was a system that was built before the city of Wayne even existed, right? When it was Derby's Corner, right? When it was Derby's Corner, there was this thing called the Constitution, right? And all of our decisions were made for us, and everything worked as intended. And then people come along and they think they're going to outsmart the system. They think that they are the system, right? They think that the rules don't really apply to them and it only applies to private citizens. No, we see the double standard. We see the double standard, right? And so, you know, that's the thing, right? I'm willing to do it for free, guys. I'm willing to tear down the power structure for free for you, on your behalf, and I will take the hits, right? I will take the time in jail. I will fall on the sword for you, because it's the greater good, right? Because see, the thing is, right, and a lot of veterans will tell you this, right? Service isn't about what you do in the service. I know it sounds crazy, right? I know it sounds fucking mind-blowing, right? For some people it is, right? Very few people, right? Most people that join the military, they don't do it really that brave. It's a job, right? You're asked to do something and you do it. Well, you're kind of forced into do something because, you know, there's penalties if you don't do it. So you kind of get lied to, you know, like they kind of like lie to you to join, right? They tell you all these different lies and you believe it, right? And then, you know, they kind of brainwash you and propagandize you and you join, and you kind of realize it's all bullshit anyways and it was all a lie, but now you're forced, you're trapped, right? That's most people that I've spoken with, most people that I encountered, right? The vast majority of people, it was an open secret, right? In my platoon and other platoons that I was in, and battalions and brigades and bases, right? And what you realize is that, like, most of these people are younger people, right? People that don't have a lot, there's not a lot for them out in the real world, right? And so they join the army to make the best of their situation, to better their lives, primarily, right? I mean, yeah, some people go in there, they want to kill people, right? Psychopaths, shit. And some people want to get deployed 13 times and, you know, shoot brown people. And I mean, you got every slice of life in the United States military, but most people are normal. They come from, you know, middle America. They come from the Midwest. They come from the South. They come from, you know, small, regular towns, some cities, some rural, all over the country they come from. But the thing is those people, by and large, are just normal, everyday people trying to basically make a living. And there's nothing special about them. There's nothing really heroic about them. They just do what they're told, right? And I was one of them, and I did what I was told, just like everybody else. And, you know, you realize, though, that it's all kind of bullshit, right? Like that a few people, right, get, you know, selected to do some real kind of, you know, what you think of when you think of army, military, you know. But the average career in the military is not like that at all. right? That's movie shit, right? Now some people's it is, right? Some people, you know, for instance, right, like some people at basic training fall off a water buffalo 1 month into the military. Oh, go fill up the water buffalo. He goes and climbs on the water buffalo and cracks his fucking head. Slips and falls, cracks his head. Now he's got a traumatic brain injury. Now he has seizures, and now he's medically retired, getting $10,000 a month from the government for the rest of his life because he's got brain damage. And he's a fucking, and maybe he got paralyzed too, right? Or there was a training incident, right? Somebody was, you know, they were using live rounds and somebody got shot and killed, right? Or somebody got injured, right? It's called cost of doing business, right? And so everybody's experience is different, right? You could be killed the day you join the military. You could be joined the day you're supposed to retire, right? And so it's all a crapshoot. It's all a gamble. And you just make the best of it that you can. You know, you have, well, but when I was in, you had 4 choices. Well, I guess 5 choices. You had the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, and the Coast Guard, right? And then, of course, you had like the National Guard, the Reserves, right? All that. State Guard, right? So now we have the Space Force, right? We have the Space Force now too. So, you know, you got all these different choices. I mean, a dozen choices of, and I mean, you only can pick one, guys, you know. You can only pick one, and it's not like they're going to give you the real deal before you join. It's not like they're going to really accurately portray what your life's going to be like, because they don't know, because they don't know what job you're picking, and they don't know. Every situation's different, right? And so they just kind of propagandize you and lie to you. They sell you on the highlights. For someone who comes from Montcalm County, Michigan, who looks around and goes, wow, what the fuck is this? Not a bad deal, right? So, you know, of course they lie, and you know, it's a crazy process, man. It's a crazy fucking process. And then you realize it was all, you knew all along it was probably a lie, but you really want to believe, right? That last little bit of patriotism is still, you know, it's still in you. It's in you, you know. So, you know, they know how to trigger your emotional, you know, they know how to, you know, and yeah, and then you're out, and then you're back to living in the real world again, right? After having that fucked up experience. And some people can tolerate it, some people can't, some people can integrate back, some people can't, right? And the thing is most veterans, right, they'll tell you, right, being in the military doesn't make you a good person. Being a veteran doesn't make you a good person, right? I mean, it's a good indication, right? I mean, certainly, you know, if you're willing to join the military, well, that means that you have, you know, some, you know, that means you got some resolve. That means you got something interesting typically about yourself, right? I would say that is probably the only thing that you could definitely infer from somebody that's, you know, been in the military, honorably discharged, right? They're probably somebody that, they're probably more interesting than the average person. That's about all you could probably conclude. But other than that, you get every walks of life. You get bootlickers to outright communists to outright anarchists, right? I mean, you get everything in between. So it's like, can you grab my drink? What's up, dude?
Grab what?
That bag just got my drink in it. I left it out. What's up, bro? What you need? The Marines just sent your daughter something yesterday. Join the Army. Join the Army. Marines, no bueno. No good jobs. They get the last of everything. You only join the Marines if you believe in the brainwash, if you believe in the propaganda, right? Thank you, sir.
I was trying to ask you one of them highlights.
Go ahead. Go ahead. So go ahead. They're in the fridge. But yeah, so like the Marines is propaganda. If you're just dead set on you want to be Marine infantry, you know, the Marine whatever uniform commercials, if they just speak to you, that's why you join the Marines. You don't join the Marines for any other reason. Other than that, there's nothing that the Marines offer that the Army doesn't offer, and then more. The Army offers you everything the Marines offers you, and then some. So, no. You get promoted quicker in the Army. There's a lot more options for jobs. You can forge your path a lot better in the Army than you can in the Marine Corps. So, that is my suggestion. Now, if she's smart enough, right? If she's qualified enough, I should say, or they're, because the Air Force is a lot more selective in general. But I always tell people, go Air Force first or Space Force now, I guess. Space Force or Air Force. I'm sure the Space Force is insanely competitive. I wouldn't recommend Navy unless you like being trapped on a ship with a bunch of, men for 9 months out of the year, because everyone starts fucking each other, because you're stranded at sea for 9 months with, people, and you're eating. It's a miserable experience, right? It's a miserable, shitty experience. So, I would not recommend the Navy. I mean, there are some cool jobs in the Navy that don't involve that, but you got to do your research. But I would say Army, you're going to have a better plethora of options, and Air Force, right? Air Force, if you got good eyesight, if they give you a waiver, or if you're just qualified as fuck. If it's between Army and Air Force, I would choose Air Force. But the Army's good. Army's got a lot of jobs. Army is really kind of the branch that people sleep on because it's the biggest branch, and they think, oh, it's all infantry. No. The Army's got everything, man. Everything. Yeah. Air Force for sure, man. The Chair Force all day. Because the Air Force values education. You basically can get an associate's degree. The Air Force has their own school, man. You get an associate's degree from the Air Force. Basically, like, guaranteed, right? Whereas the other branches, you got to work hard, or it's got to be related to your job, right? The Air Force really values people. The Air Force really takes care of people, man. So yeah, I like I said, the Army is like, if you want that military lifestyle, you want to kind of have that suck, right? But you also kind of want to have like a technical skill, because there's some jobs that are only in the Army, right? Like 68 Romeo, right? Food inspector, one of the best jobs in the military. Veterinary food inspector, 68 Romeo. No special qualifications, but it's just a good ass job. So, I mean, there are jobs. Yeah, Navy Special Forces medic, that's badass. Right? So, I mean, I'm not, it's not one size fits all, right? I mean, really, the answer, it just depends, right? But yeah, that is fucking sweet. And she has some jobs, Army and one Marine. Tell your cousin thank you. Yeah, dude, that's badass. Like I said, that is badass. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? They want to supplement the marijuana for pain now, right? Well, just smoke weed instead of opiates. And it's like, dude, that's the biggest problem with this shit, right? Is like, marijuana don't really work for pain, for real chronic pain. I mean, yeah, it takes the edge off mentally, and kind of gives you a break, whatever, from it. But, people can't get access to safe, effective, opiate prescription pain meds nowadays. So now, they have to go to the street and risk dying from fat. So, not a good system, right? But we'll give you Narcan if you overdose on the fat, but we're not going to give you access to safe, effective, pharmacy-dosed, doctor-prescribed opiates, right? Because, we don't want you to get addicted, but we'll give you Narcan if you overdose from the street drugs, right? You just can't make this shit up, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let me go through the comments. The only reason I would say I disagree is my father never smoked a day in his life, but when I was his caregiver, it turned him to edibles. It did help him from his Parkinson's. No, I'm not saying it doesn't, man. I'm not saying it doesn't. I just think, man, all these young people smoking weed, why, Why do young people want to get involved in drugs, Shouldn't need to, right? I mean, I don't even think you should pick up weed until you're 40 unless you have a medical reason. 50, right? I mean, really? Like, why are 20-year-olds, teenagers, why are they smoking weed? Just kind of beg the question, right? Like, why are they doing it? No, you're all right. Do you think psilocybin mushrooms help with brain trauma? I don't know. Some people say they do. Some people say they don't. Oh, I mean, I've had them before, right? Once or twice. I think I've had them a couple of times. Yeah, 2 times that I can remember. Again, it's an escape. It's an experience. But I tend to think I tend to side with that it's bullshit, right? I tend to side with like most drugs are all kind of bullshit. And they're not really going to live up to their claims, right? Or there's always a catch, right? And so, no, I don't think it's particularly helpful for brain trauma, because I've had brain damage. I've had several traumatic brain injuries, and no, I don't. I think it makes you a little introspective, I suppose, but no, I don't. I don't think so. I think it's just dope, man. It's just drugs. Things that we shouldn't be doing. But you're free to do them, right? Everyone's free to make their own choices if they're adults, right? But yeah, definitely smartest thing you could do, tell your daughter to look at the Air Force. Anything technical. It's not really branch specific, although I don't see a reason to join the Marine Corps. That's some fucking glaze fest, bro. But no, technical skills, right? Ask her, what are you interested in? What is your passion? What is it that you want to do? I mean, which obviously for asking a kid that times, but maybe she knows exactly what she wants to do, career wise, or maybe she has an idea of a field at least. And so try to push her towards those technical, lots of education fields, right? Those fields that it's all based on merit, right? It's based on like, hey, you have the highest test score, that sort of thing. So tell her to aim high, man. I mean, aim high, because the possibilities could be endless. They could be endless, man. And especially women that join, and they get preferential treatment for sure. And I would take total advantage of it. And I know she's not an idiot. She's raised by you, but just tell her, it's technical, man. Just like the harder, the better, man, because it's more competitive, yes, but even if you fail, like let's say you go to do fucking some crazy AI solar or sonar or whatever, technician, whatever, I don't know, right? Whatever high-end fucking job there is, right? And let's say you fail. Let's say you don't make the cut, right? Well, you're still going to be amongst high class, right? So challenge yourself, man. That's what the military is all about. The military is all about challenge your fucking self physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and logically, and academically. Challenge your fucking self, man. Because it's a small window, man. And I think a lot of, but if she's as smart as you say, man, Air Force probably, Army maybe, Navy maybe, right? Just, it's all based on the job, man. Because certain branches only have certain jobs. So if she's hell-bent at a job, right, then you're pretty much kind of, you're pretty much forced to join that branch, right? Like if you want to be a food inspector, then 68 Romeo Army, right? So, but, for some people it helps them concentrate, yeah, I'm not saying, like I said, it's like ADHD medication, right? It's like Adderall, right? Should the vast majority of people be using Adderall? Fuck no. Do some people absolutely need it? Without a doubt, yes. I'm just not like convinced that the average person, right? I think the average person doesn't quantify themselves appropriately, and they try to, I think people that do drugs try to like put themselves in special categories, like they try to make themselves out to be like a unique snowflake, and they'll say, well, I'm the exception to the rule, and it's like, no, motherfucker, you're probably the rule. You're probably an average motherfucker, just like 99% of the population, right? So this idea like, well, I just, the prevalence of it, right, is my problem with it. I know that there's people using that shouldn't be, and it's going to have societal effects. I mean, you can already see the societal effects. Just look at the Ford recalls, right, on all the vehicles, right? You can't tell me with a straight face that some of those recalls, some of those quality control issues are not from the sheer amount of people smoking fucking weed while working. I mean, dude, I worked for Ventra. Flexingate, right? And I mean, they make the F-150 bumpers, right, for Ford, right? They make all the F-150 bumpers. And the hitches, right, the tow hitches and all that. And dude, I mean, it was like every break, bro. Everyone goes to their car, smokes weed, right? And like, I shit you not, dude. All day long, smoke break, smoke before work, smoke right after work, smoke before bed, smoke when awake, smoke during my lunch, smoke. It's like, I'm all for adults having a good time, guys. Like, don't get me wrong. But you can't sit here and tell me with a straight face that some of these quality control issues that Ford's having isn't the result of marijuana. It's absolutely the result of marijuana. Your short-term memory is fucking shot. Most people's short-term memory. Mine is to an extent, but it's not as bad as other people. Like, other people, my God, dude, they smoke weed and they turn into a retard. They're already retarded, then they smoke weed, then they go fucking full-blown retard, So it's not something to fuck with, man. It's not the same devil's lettuce, man, that it used to be, man. I mean, this shit is psychoactive, potent, strong as fuck. I gave a tree guy of mine, right? He came out to do a bid on some of my trees, right? Friend of mine. And I handed him my joint. We were talking outside. We were shooting the shit. I handed him my joint, and he fucking took one hit of it. As I was tying my shoe, I look up, he took one hit, dude. He fucking freaked out, dude. He freaked out, dude. I had to drive him home, bro. I had to drive him to Birch Run. Or I had to follow him home. I had to follow him home because he was scared he wasn't going to make it, I mean, paranoid as fuck, dude. Just paranoia. Fucking thinks his wife's going to kill him. Like, when he gets home, probably will. She's got a Filipino wife, But, yeah, it's just fucking... Yeah, a lot of people shouldn't be using it, man. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, Air Force is tough to get into. Branch. Trying to be a doctor. Just tell her, man. Army, 3 years, man. 68 Romeo. It don't have to be a glamorous job, dude. You can decide to really challenge yourself, or you can just say, look, I want the benefits. I want everything I can get. I want a job that's going to allow me to study, where I'm probably not going to get deployed, where I can actually study and earn a degree for free, and then have my GI Bill, and then have vocational rehab, and have the VA loan. There's no reason not to do it. You just got to be informed, right? You got to look at all your options, and at the very least, take the physical test, take the ASVAB, see where she stands. Right, that gives her an idea of what's open to her, right? And then, of course, there's jobs that people, they don't even list. You just have to ask, hey, is there any other jobs? There's a lot of tricks to it, man. But no, I think it's a big mistake for young people to not do it. I think it's a catastrophic mistake, really, especially with the way the economy's going and the way the world's going. You better join that fucking military. You better get some of them government benefits while you can, because them motherfuckers ain't gonna be around. They're coming for those bennies. So I'd rather be grandfathered into the VA loan and the GI Bill and all that, right, than to just what they're gonna turn it into is gonna be not. They don't ever make it better, guys. Like when they reduce the benefits, when they change the benefits, they're never changed in your favor. So. But yeah, we got baseball. We got a little souvenir to remind us of Lisa Kobani. And yeah, get it signed, pass it out, right? Give it as a gift to the city of Wayne. We're gonna encapsulate it, right? This is the baseball, right? This is the baseball. That's not really, but she is crazy smart. She already has college credits. Had them since the 9th grade. She already knows different languages. Something. Yeah, have her be a linguist. I mean, what the fuck, dude? A linguist, right? That they give her a special test, and oh man, I'm telling you, man, look into being a linguist. Yeah, well, everyone who's got a headache gets a medical card. I mean, it's a scam, right? It's a scam, but it's good to have the medical card. If you're going to use marijuana or CBD or anything that could appear like marijuana, you should definitely have a med card, without a doubt. Without a doubt, the protections that it affords you legally are worth their weight in gold. Well, I'm sure the alcohol and the cocaine is a factor too, but this weed is garbage. What we had 10 or 15 years ago. It's kind of cold out. Got any of that global warming left? Take away your Second Amendment if you have your medical. Yeah, well, that's actually being challenged right now. That's being challenged right now. No, I think you got to be actively under the influence, but again, I don't even think that, because plenty of people, right? Because they like to try to make it all, like they try to box it all in the same, right? Well, obviously being on, it's like any medication, right? Alcohol is not the same way. You get drunk on alcohol, I mean, those are well documented, but the more you use a substance, the more you get used to it, the more it doesn't impair you, right? And so, just because you smoke a joint, someone breaks into your house, well, you're not allowed. It's because they're written by idiots that don't really understand law, don't understand the Constitution, right? They're just they're just like Rob Darwich said, just a part-time person of the community, which, if you've seen the average person of the community, it's leaves a lot to be desired. So most people, just like I said, they're not into the bullshit, right? I mean, they've kind of given up on the bullshit, right? We're going through the process, seeing that it's legal for recreational. Yeah, I mean, that's funny. Well, Zan, it's up to people like you and I, man. Obviously, no one else is gonna, fix your city for you, right? I mean, that's abundantly obvious. So it's up to people like you and I, Zanny. It's up to people like you and I, man. Unfortunately, right? We're we're the city of Wayne's only hope. Oh fuck, man, that's a scary thought. But hey, I'm the guy rising to the challenge. I'm the only one willing to call a spade, which is just remarkable. Well, it's because I was raised by street people. I was raised by people that, keep it real, right? Real ninjas, right? Real ninjas. I don't want to say the real word, I don't want to get called racist. That's racist. Because, I don't know. Either that, when I get a little bit more popular, more people know exactly why. Maybe, dude, you're already popular enough, dude. You could run for city. You should have ran for city council this year, dude, with me. But yeah, next year will be better. 2028. 2028. I don't know who's running. I think Mulholland might run for mayor in 2028. He's all right. Mulholland, he's decent. Yeah, he'll ask a question. He'll stick his nose into shit. So I got to give him that. Oh shit! Sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, you should run for city council, man. I'll help you out. Damn, you can't say nothing about Oprah. Fuck Oprah. I said only if I win, I'll be like Oprah. Give everyone free garbage cans and deal with the rat problem. Yeah, free garbage cans. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Well, all right, guys. We'll talk to you later.